Optic blast.
X-Men versus Street Fighter!
Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter!
Marvel vs. Capcom!
Marvel vs. Capcom 2. New Age of Heroes.
Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Fate of Two Worlds.
Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
What's up, and welcome back to Hip Hop Gamer. Again, I'm joined by my good friend Hand of Fire today.
Hand is here.
Definitely. And I'm gonna need his help, because we're gonna be talking about
sensitive shit.
Well, to most gamers.
To fighting gamers.
To fighting gamers.
Sensitive shit.
Or at least people who really think they're really good at fighting games.
That means you didn't pick up Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and think you're nice.
Exactly. We have a lot of history with the series, and we just wanted to talk about it again. Oh man, some lethal shit, man.
I'm a bad mother, you know.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Oh man. But I got better, so screw that.
Yeah,
I'm actually pretty good right now, honestly. But we're big fans of Capcom's Versus series. We just wanted to come on here, share our opinions with everybody else about what we think in every other installment that ever came out, and let's see what happens.
Alright, let's see what happens. We're going to talk about these games. We're going to tell you about some of the mechanics, some of the things we love about them, some of the things we dislike about them. If we could find some of those in the early series. And we're going to be talking about the new Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Oh. Now before these games actually came out though, there was some experimentation using some characters and some different adaptations from the Marvel Universe, such as, remember Children of the Atom? X-Men Children of the Atom?
Yes, Marvel Superhero versus...
and then Marvel Superheroes as well, but this just take it to a whole other level.
Yes, it did.
Everything just went berserk and crazy, and somehow still...
worked out.
Yeah, worked out. Anyway, it's crazy. Alright, so let's get started. First game.
First game we're going to talk about, dear to my heart, the first one, the Versus series, X-Men vs. Street Fighter. This one is for the Sega Saturn, but it has been ported to the PlayStation, the very first PlayStation. Decent port, very playable port, still very enjoyable, but this is the cream of the crop right here. This is a system you want to play it on.
Definitely.
My friend here has more experience with this version of the game. He'll be getting into X-Men vs. Street Fighter, and I'll be adding in about what I know about the game just in general.
Well, you know enough about it.
I know quite a bit about this guy.
You know enough to whip my ass.
Yep, I'm pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
You know,
don't let him. That's how he gets you. You meet him. You're like, yeah, no, I'm pretty good. I know how to do a spin kick.
Yeah, here, Renee, no one Hadouken up your ass.
It's a lie. It's all a lie.
It's not a lie.
But you pretty much hit the nail on the head.
Yes.
This is the perfect port, if there ever was one. Too bad it was on a dying system.
That it was.
But the game itself, let's get to that. The game was phenomenal.
Sega Saturn, rest its soul. But yes, the game.
The game was phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Blew minds when it first came out.
Yes, it did.
X-Men universe, the Street Fighter universe, finally head to head, and not just head to head. Everything in this game was blown out of proportion. I mean, the specials, the Shinko Hadouken.
Oh man, a Shinko Hadouken. You guys used to play like, you know, the old Street Fighters, Street Fighter Turbo, Street Fighter Alpha. You know, you shoot a Hadouken, a little ball comes out of your hand, even if it's charged up. You know, in this game, they took us for a ride with the imagination, because when you shoot a Hadouken, you're getting shot.
Yes.
With what?
No, when I first saw it, it looked like a Kamehameha.
It was the only move I did. That's how cool it looked. That was the only move I did. That's how cool it looked. And then in the beginning, but then I found more stuff that also went over the top. You know what I mean? It was Kamehameha, you know, Dragon Ball Z fans. You know, it was a Kamehameha. I was very excited about that. And you know what? It was 25 hits.
Yes.
Compared to the usual 6 or 7, was it?
Yeah.
25 hits. Yeah. Now the combos in this game really makes it shine quite a bit. You can pull off air combos, call your partner in, they'll pull off air combo. If you find yourself in a touch situation, you're against the wall, call the partner in. They come in, you know, gain some distance so you can start doing your own thing. This game kept you on your toes. Very strategical, not a button masher.
Nah, it's not a button masher. You can try and probably get far are until you bump into somebody who knows what they're doing. Then your ass gets handed to you.
That's
Definitely.
pretty much what's
There is one thing broken about this game. Each character in this game has, believe it or not, an infinite combo. I guess Capcom wasn't as thorough. Yeah, you didn't know that?
I didn't.
Well,
I wasn't looking for it.
Exactly, you weren't looking for it, you know.
But I didn't know that.
There are infinite combos in this game. I guess Capcom didn't test it as thoroughly, and that became a problem for people who knew how to pull these off, especially in the arcades. Big problem. Nobody could get past them once you get stuck in them. That's it. That was it for you.
So I guess this is where you could say those moves started.
Oh, those, we're gonna get to that.
We'll get
those
to them. But you know, we have some complaints about the newer fighting games that are coming
Definitely.
out. But I mean, this one seemed more like a technical issue.
Yeah, definitely.
Whereas
Capcom wasn't as thorough.
They weren't ready, but these new games, you know, I think they have enough experience to know what they're doing.
Before we move on, graphics, great for the time. The animation, do you remember the animation?
Animations were great. Every character was down packed from their stance to their moves.
The stages.
Everything was done. The stages were great. The music was very notable for each character.
The music.
Ryu's theme kept intact, Ken's theme intact, and even the characters from the X-Men Children of Atom, Wolverine's theme, they did great. The instruments played very well.
Definitely.
I mean, there's not a character you're gonna pick up and not feel like that's the character you're using.
Yes.
You know, they did very extensive work on the move list, and it has been tradition as the series going on, and I really like that.
Definitely.
I really like seeing the similar moves and the new ones that get added.
Could it get better? Didn't think so, but apparently
it could. Marvel vs. Street Fighter. Now, you guys, I'm pretty sure you've played Marvel Superheroes. Great game. Didn't see it coming. Street Fighter 2D style Marvel superhero game. It was great. You know, I loved it. I was very excited. But then after the Versus series with the X-Men, I really thought that was it. It's not what I got. I got Marvel Superhero versus Street Fighter. Now, this game, I'm going to say, in my opinion, is the best in the series because it got rid of all the technical difficulties from the original Versus, and then it made such a solid fighter. And you know, they kept the same character models, design, added a few new moves, new characters, a lot of welcomes like Blackheart, Omega Red. Who else did they have in this one?
Cyber Akuma.
What is Cyber Akuma? One of the toughest boss fights I've had. Cyber Akuma was ridiculous.
This is how outlandish this game is. It's so outlandish. You got Hadoukens that are like Kamehamehas.
That's correct.
Make a Super Akuma.
That's right. That's what they're doing. But you fight him after you fight Apocalypse, which was the last boss in the previous game, who could drill you to death in one hit. But you know what? It wasn't so unfair that you couldn't get past it.
Definitely a great game.
Definitely.
I didn't see it coming. Played it in his house.
Yes, had a lot of good fights, combinations in this game. Pull off slick and smooth. But another thing I must say about this game, you must know what you're doing.